Hello, my friends. Welcome to Mindfulness Meditation Monday. My name is Ellen Patrick, and I will be your guide. So let's take this couple of minutes before we begin our practice to settle in. Close your door, turn your phone off, get comfortable. And while you're doing that, I'll light a candle for us. And may the lighting of this candle dispel the darkness of our minds and the minds of all beings. And when I say darkness, what I mean is the suffering. May we see clearly. May the light illuminate wisdom for us and reduce our suffering, our mental suffering. Good. So as you get settled, notice where you've chosen to sit, how you've chosen to sit. And this is actually the beginning of cultivating awareness and mindfulness, checking in with the body, noticing how you're feeling today, where there may be tension. That's nice. Good. So today's practice is called non-harming, and it actually comes from yoga philosophy. It's a concept known as ahimsa, which actually translates as non-violence. But for our purposes, think of it as non-harming. And so what do I mean by non-harming? Well, when we harm others, we harm ourselves. And it takes courage to take a look at our habits, our speech, how we are in relationship to other people. So let's begin the practice, and I invite you to close your eyes. And as the eyes close, there's less sensory distraction, which helps the mind to settle down. And as the mind begins to settle down, notice your breath, noticing the inhale and the exhale. And perhaps you'll become aware of a movement in the body as you breathe, a slight expansion as you inhale, contraction as you exhale. And as you become more aware of this breath, consciously try to lengthen it, to soften it. Oftentimes when our mind is terribly distracted, our breath is very quick and shallow. And this indicates what's going on with the nervous system. And so when it's quick and shallow, we're in fight or flight mode. Whereas when the breath is smooth and deep, we start to bring ourselves more into rest and digest. We start to become more relaxed. So consciously try to lengthen that breath and deepen it, not forcing it, but just in a way of directing how you want to breathe, what you would like to happen with the nervous system. And as the nervous system quiets down, so too does the mind. And it doesn't necessarily stop its thinking process, but it's certainly much slower. And so what mindfulness teaches us is to refocus when we're distracted, to let go of any thoughts that may inhibit this peaceful, quiet time. And as those thoughts tend to distract you, before you come back to your breath, just make a mental note. Am I judging? Am I worrying? Am I angry? And these are the kind of thoughts and feelings that can create harm, first to ourselves and then to others. And so when those kind of thoughts come up, please notice. Notice that it could cause harm and just come back to your breath. And it's in the process of sitting with the breath in the present moment that we start to feel a sense of equanimity, a calmness. And as we feel a little bit more calm, feelings of kindness and compassion arise. And so the process of refocusing from harming thoughts to non-harming thoughts is what cultivates wisdom within. And perhaps the hardest part of all is not to judge ourselves, that our minds are too busy, that we're not doing it correctly. Let go of those thoughts. Have a sense of compassion for yourself, that you're doing the best you can, that it's human nature to be distracted, especially in this very busy world we live in. Let go. Let your mind rest. Reestablish yourself in your heart center. And with each in-breath and each out-breath, a sense of compassion and kindness grows stronger. The heart center opens, and we become wiser, more aware, more mindful. And each breath is an opportunity to begin again. Breathing in, breathing out. And you may even want to place your left hand on your heart center, redirecting your attention from your mind to your heart. Tension melting away. Inhaling, exhaling. This practice is a practice of self-love. Letting go of harming thoughts. cultivating that self-love with kindness and compassion. Letting go of those distractions, anchoring in the present. And all too soon, our time together comes to an end. I thank you all for your presence. Good. And try and stay in this meditative state a few more minutes. Good. In the meantime, I will see you next week. Again, thank you.